So hello everyone, welcome back to our channel EduAllinOne. So this is our first playlist of cryptography and network security in our YouTube channel. We hope the content provided by us will help you in further learning. So without any late, let's jump into this playlist. So this is this subject called cryptography and network security. So firstly understand what is cryptography. So, cryptography is a practice and the study of techniques for securing communications and data from unauthorized accesses. So, cryptography it's a practice of study of techniques. So, it's a practice of studying some techniques for securing the communications and data from unauthorized accesses. So what it mainly does is it transforms the information, that is the common information, which is also called as a plain text, which is a human readable text, into an unreadable format. So that unreadable format is also known as the ciphertext, using encryption algorithms and transforming it into readable form via decryption. So actually what happens here is whatever the information that a sender sends to a receiver, it actually firstly the information whatever the sender is going to send is a plain text. So whenever he is sending this plain text, the plain text is converted into an ciphertext. So ciphertext is a text which is not readable. Like if you read that, we can't understand what is the exact information in the text. So after converting this into ciphertext, it is being sent to the receiver. So the given plain text is converted into type ciphertext using some encryption algorithms, and then the sender sends it by encryption using like some encryption algorithms, and then the whatever the the ciphertext which is there, the receiver will decrypt it using some decryption algorithms, and again you'll get the plain text for the receiver. So in between, so the whoever accept the sender and receiver, if any other third party is accessing this, will not understand what's the exact information in this. So before continuing into the further of this video, let's understand firstly what is encryption and decryption. So as the picture denotes, we can see here there is one sender who is sending this information. So this information, what exactly what it's doing is, the information whatever the sender wants to send is encrypted with an public key. So the whatever the file which is sender wants to send is an encrypted file. So the file is encrypted using with some public key, and then after encrypting with public key, we will get this encrypted file. So this encrypted file is then sent to this receiver. So the receiver, what he will do is he will use some private key for decryption or some decryption algorithms, and he will get this plain text what the exact message the sender want to send. So this is a whole process of encrypting and decrypting. So what happens between a sender and receiver? So the main objectives of this cryptography is confidentiality, integrity, authentication, and non-repudiation. So what is confidentiality? So confidentiality, it means that the whatever the information that is passing between the sender and receiver, uh, only this authorized senders and receivers can access this information. Like whatever the information which is sent by the sender to the receiver, the information is accessed between both of them only. So no another third party can interpret or can see it what's the exact conversation is happening here. So the best example for this confidentiality is our WhatsApp messages. If you can see this WhatsApp messages, we will be having some one note prompt like messages with this chart are end-to-end encrypted. So the term encrypted means, so whatever the charts, like whatever the messages in the charts you are chatting with your friend or with your family members are end-to-end encrypted. It means that the information or the whatever the content you are sharing between each other will be limited to you only. So no other, even I can't access your chart and I can see, because whenever if I want to access, the whole chart is encrypted, so I can't understand what's the exact conversations which is going on between both of you. So this is called as confidentiality. What it does, it ensures that only authorized parties can access the information. So only authorized parties can access the information. Only trusted parties can access this information. Next, integrity. So integrity, what it ensures is the information is not altered during the transmission. So it means that whenever the information is transmitted between sender and receiver, the information is not altered. Altered in the sense not manipulated or not changed, unchanged. So no other third person will be changing it. So this is the meaning of altering. So what it ensures is that the information is not altered during the transmission. Next, authentication. Authentication means it verifies that the identities of the parties involved in communication. So it verifies the identities of the parties. So parties in the sense, any two users or two devices. So the best example for this is of this Windows password. So whenever owning your computer or laptop, it will ask the password, right? So it's a type of key, right? So if you are typing this right key, it will open. Otherwise it will not open, right? So here what it is doing, it is verifying the identity of you, that whether you are a trusted party or not. So this is called as authentication. Next, non-repudiation. So non-repudiation in the sense, it ensures that the sender cannot deny sending a message. It means that, let us take an example of two parties or devices. So device A and device B, user A and user B. So user B will get a message that hi from user A. But whenever whenever user B asks this about this message to user A, he says that I haven't sent it. So what is happening here? Actually, whenever B is getting this message, actually one third person is interrupting the line of this user A, and he's sending his knowing B to, like, he's acting as an user A for B, but actually the message was not sent by the user A. So user C is acting. So user C is, suppose let us take user C as third party. So he is intending to be as user A, and he is requesting B to some information. So here this is known as non-repudiation. So it ensures that whatever the message sent by user A to B, so user A cannot deny that it's sent by me. So this is known as non-repudiation. So next is cryptographic technique. So as I said earlier, cryptographic techniques there are two types of cryptography, like depending upon that type of keys we are using between the sender and receiver. So cryptographic techniques are divided into two types of techniques. One is symmetric key cryptography and asymmetric key cryptography. So symmetric key cryptography, what it means? So it means that here what happens is both the sender and receiver who are sending the messages by encrypting and decrypting. So both of them will use the same key for encryption and decryption. So this type of cryptography is known as symmetric cryptography, symmetric key cryptography. And another type is asymmetric key cryptography. Here what happens is, so both the sender and receiver will use different keys. So here sender will use one public key for encryption, and whenever the message is sent to this receiver, so the receiver will decrypt it with some private key, and he will get the plain text, and he will know the information. So the best example for symmetric key cryptography is AES algorithm, and the best example for asymmetric key cryptography is RSA algorithm. So we will learn much more about these algorithms in further videos. Next, now what is network security? So network security refers to the methods and strategies used to protect the integrity, confidentiality and accessibility of computer networks and data. So network security in the sense, it's the strategies and practices which are used to protect the network data and computer networks. So different types of networks to, so it's simple, in simple words we can say that it's the process of providing the security to the networks. So in technical terms we can say that to protect the integrity, confidentiality and accessibility of computer networks and data. So as I said earlier, this is about this integrity, confidentiality and accessibility. So the same things are, same objectives are given to this also network security. So now it involves the hardware and software solutions that safeguards the against threats such as unauthorized access or misuse, etc. So here what we will use is we will use some software and hardware solutions for protecting this network in a secure manner. So for providing the security for these networks, so which so that there could be no unauthorized access or misuse of data or networks. So key components of network security are, first are of firewall. So key components in the sense, the basic things which we use in network security. So one is a firewall, as we all know. So what firewall does, it acts as a barrier between this trusted and untrusted networks. So here what it will do is it acts as a barrier. So firewall will act as a barrier between trusted and untrusted networks. So we don't know, we don't know, right, whether the network which we are accessing is trusted or untrusted. It may contain some harmful viruses. So what firewall will do, firewall will act as a barrier between this untrusted and trusted networks. Next to intrusion detection system, so it is also called as IDS. What it does is it monitors the network traffic for suspicious activities. So it will continuously monitor the network traffic. Right? Network traffic in the sense, in simple terms, what do we mean by traffic? Traffic is the jamming, right? Jamming of vehicles in an signal or in a junction, right? So same thing, the same ideology is using here. So network traffic means the jam of this user requests. So how much requests are coming. So these are all known as this network traffic. So what this intrusion detection system will do, it will monitor this network's traffic for identifying the suspicious activities. Next, virtual private networks. So you all know about this VPNs, right? So what they will do, it will help us to securely connect the users to private networks over the internet. So what VPN will do, it helps to connect securely to an private network for users. So to connect to a network with more secure, right? So for example, VPN, if you can say, it's a private network, right? We will use each one VPN. For example, if you have router, right? So for example, if you can see in also mobiles, in mobile settings we will be having an option like VPN, so virtual private networks. What these do is, this is a secure network, like it's not a public network, so no one can access these type of networks, only specific people can access it. So if you're accessing your private network, I can't access your private network, right? So these are all these virtual private networks. So next one is of encryption. Next one is encryption. So as I said before, encryption means it converting the plain text into ciphertext. So here in this network security, what encryption does is it protects data in transit over the network. So whenever the data is transferring over the network, so it ensures that the data is encrypted, so that the any third party cannot access it. Next is of access control. So what does this access control mean? What it ensures is that it only authorized users can access network resources. So what it does is access control, like For example, let us take one simple example of an organizations. So if you can see, there is a hierarchical structure of this organization, right? So there will be one manager, next assistant general, there will be one general manager. Under him there will be assistant general manager. Under him we will be having deputy general manager and normal manager. Like this is a hierarchy of power, like job positions, right? So whatever the access or the permissions which a general manager will have, will the same permission may not be there for this assistant general and his down positions. So similarly, whatever the permissions which are given to this assistant general manager will not be same to this down he's under posts, right? He's under positions. So there is some hierarchy. So for example, assistant general manager will have to edit. For example, let us take one example. This assistant general manager may have the right to edit, but his the managers which are down under him may not have the same access. So this is what the access control mean. The each there is some control over the access. So levels of allowing the levels of giving this permission to access the information. So this is called network access. So this is the overall concept and introduction to this cryptography and network security. This is a basic information. In further videos, let's continue in much deeper into this subject. I hope that this video helps you, and it's no it's the information which is conveyed by us is much efficient. So since this is our first video, so there may be some some lags, or the way we are giving this exposing this exploring this content towards to you. So let us know in this chat box, like whether where we can improve and how we can improve. So we are so happy to get inputs. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. So please like, share and subscribe for this video. Let's meet in another video. Thank you.